the move. Moving here.
Extract whatever intel you can. Time's running out.
Took a round.
There's another one shooting at me.
Enemy resecured their network. It's over.
Oh,
Less than 10 were still standing. They hit us hard that time, but we will settle the score.
We was in a bad spot, bro. We were just in between two people.
Prices have been reduced.
Oh. Let me actually make my gun this time. These niggas ain't gonna know what hit them.
Alright, ladies, do this for me. Quick demonstration. Walk over to your car, put your hand just like that, and slam the door. Alright. Tell me how it feels. I'll give you a second. Alright. Open the door back up. Put your hand back in there. Do it again. And I know what you're thinking. You're going to say, oh, but I just did that, and it hurt. Smashed my fingers. Why am I going to do it again? Now you know how dumb you look when you go back to your ex-boyfriend that treats you like dog water. Okay? So remember that.
Oh, wait just...
Alright, these buckets don't come apart.
A really, really long time ago, the precursors, who are pretty much gods,
Did your game crash too?
enrich the galaxy and guide the cosmos through evolution. They want to pass on their divine responsibility to another race, and the Forerunners currently are the best choice. Many years later, the decision is redacted, and the humans are chosen to accept this responsibility instead. And the humans flourish as the new successors of the precursors. The Forerunners, enraged about the change in position, however, turn against the precursors and destroy them, despite the precursors having vastly superior technology. The slaughter is actually driven to the point of near genocide, but some precursors survive and convert their bodies into special dust to regenerate themselves back to their former selves sometime in the future. But eons later, that dust malfunctions and becomes a biological parasite, the Flood. Humans are infected and the outbreak begins. They fight the Flood by glassing their own infected planets. Worlds are completely destroyed, forcing the humans to retreat to Forerunner territory, sparking the Human Forerunner War. The humans are forced to fight on two fronts at once, the Forerunners on one side and the Flood on the other. They're able to fend off the Flood, but the Forerunners annihilate the humans, destroying tens of thousands of their planets and banishing them to Earth. But then the Flood returns in full force and jeopardizes Forerunner worlds. So the Forerunners construct halo rings capable of eradicating all sentient life within an enormous radius to cut off the Flood's food supply, stopping their infection thereafter. They also save DNA samples of all different life forms so that life can resume after a halo ring activation. The Forerunner Flood War continues until the Flood engulfs everything. The halo rings are activated. Everything dies. The collected life form DNA is reactivated, it's released, and it flourishes throughout the galaxy. Thousands of years later, two alien species, the Sanchium and the Sengi Li, find leftover Forerunner and Precursor technology. They form an alliance, the Covenant, worshipping the Forerunners as gods and their technology as relics. Prophets serve as leaders, elites as warrior servants, and other species are recruited as well. They find the Halo rings, but they completely misunderstand the purpose. They believe the rings will bring them salvation, when in reality, obviously, they just kill everything. And then they discover humanity. The prophets find out that the humans are actually directly related to the Forerunners, and so they reason, oh man, if these elites find out, it'd mean that Forerunners are actually not gods, but they're just really old aliens. And so their religion would fall apart and the prophets would lose power. So in order to cover this up, the prophets declare war against humanity as a threat against the Covenant's quest. Their attack begins the Human Covenant War. And over time, the elites begin to figure out anyways, the prophets are a bunch of fucking liars, so they team up with the brutes instead. So they team up with the humans, destroy the Covenant, kill the prophets, activate a partially finished Halo ring, which by the way destroys a shit ton of Forerunner technology, and eradicate the remainder of the Flood infection. The war ends and the elites and humans go on to reconstruct their home. A really, really long time ago, the precursors, who are pretty much gods, create all life to enrich the galaxy.
One of the most common questions we get is why this game is called QB54. The answer is simple. The first team to get to 54 points wins. 6 points for a